Boom. What's a good word, everyone? I'm Kenny Varner, the owner of SportsBooks.com. We are here to preview every single team in the NFL, and today we are on the Kansas City Chiefs. Can the Kansas City Chiefs three-peat for the first time ever in the Super Bowl era? Can it be done? Of course it can be done. So we got over 11.5 win total as minus 120, under 11.5 at minus 110. The thing that I don't like about these win totals when it concerns the Kansas City Chiefs is you can argue back and forth either way. On the one hand, Kansas City proved last year that they could go on the road and win in the playoffs. So you saw them take some weeks off. You saw that they struggled at times without focus, because focus is what leads to a lot of drop passes, which they had a ton of last year. So when you're talking about the amount of wins, are they good enough to win 12? Of course they are. But are they going to? You get everyone's best shot. What's the best thing about this Kansas City Chiefs team? One is about Mahomes in a negative way, which is going to be a positive, and the other is Andy Reid. So before we get to all that, sportshaveballs.com is the name of my site. You want your NFL package? Get it now. We already have one play up. The line is going to move, so you got to get on it quick. We have full season packages for the NFL and college football. When you combine them both, you get all of our picks in baseball, basketball, anything we ever bet, absolutely free through the Super Bowl. So get your package deal. All 32 of these NFL previews of every single team will be up on my YouTube site, which all of this is in the description below on YouTube. So with Andy Reid, as we get back to the win total, he's been known to go over it in Philly and over it in Kansas City. But they're so well established that winning 12, 13 games doesn't matter as much as it used to, because they proved last year they could go on the road and win in the playoffs. Now, here's something that you might think is negative about Mahomes, but in a way it's kind of positive. Mahomes, the last 2 years, passes of 20 yards or more, right? Touchdown to interception ratio, 4 touchdowns, 6 picks. Again, those are passes of over 20 yards that resulted in touchdown or interception. 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Why is that a good thing? As the previous 4 years, it was 48-12. Our team's catching up? No. There were drops. So, drops and interception. But the real key is they proved that they could win in a different way. We all know running backs don't matter, but the solid offensive line. I mean, the running backs don't matter, just the name on the back doesn't matter. What they do matter is what the name on the back doesn't. And Kansas City or New England was the predecessor of this, and then Kansas City came along and proved it too also. So when this line is healthy, if they're healthy, they're going to have a solid offensive line. Now they need some help at receiver. They had a ton of drops last year, and they didn't have as much speed. We all know about Kelsey at tight end. He's going to do his thing at least half the time. Maybe he's going to check out sometimes, and I don't care about the Taylor Swift stuff, so you can whine about that and whine about the Chiefs because they're winning. But the bottom line is they're the best team in football. The speed they brought in with Hollywood Brown can only be a plus if they get together, if they start matching up. And then Xavier Worthy from Texas. This is proof that they wanted to add speed to this team because they didn't have the deep threats of the last 2 years. Since Tyreek's been gone, 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions over the last 2 years and passes of 20 yards or more. 48-12 before that. So, and they, now, the bugaboo here is Rashee Rice. Hopefully for Kansas City's sake, his legal troubles are going to be in the past. So that's going to be another thing. If he's gone, I still think they'll find a different way to win. Because they went with their defense. The defensive line, which was elite, second most in sacks, they're back. They were the number 2 scoring defense. But this defense can play all 3 levels. So is this the team to beat? Probably. This is the second team I'm previewing. We're previewing all 32. Is there a team that's better than Kansas City? I'm not sure there's going to be one out there. They could be as good as them. They could beat them in the playoffs, but they have to prove it. Look at the quarterbacks out there. Mahomes has won it all. Where's the other one that has had success in the playoffs? Lamar, no. Josh Allen, no. Has some moniker of success. And, I should really not do that as much with Josh Allen, but we'll do a Bills preview, and we'll have that all figured out. But, yes, this team can win in different ways. And and the biggest thing is look at their coaching staff with Andy Reid. One, count it. One assistant is gone from the team from last year's team. One assistant. Usually these guys get poached off, and maybe there might be a little struggle bus going on somewhere. No. They're intact with the coaching staff. They're intact with their stars. Kelsey, Mahomes. You got the bailouts all over the place. You got some questions on how deep they can throw the ball. You got some questions on the deep pass in terms of touchdowns, interceptions. But everyone's going to have some sort of questions. Now, when was the last time a team had negative 10 in turnovers in the regular season and go on to win the Super Bowl? Solid special teams. There's a reason Kansas City might have the best opportunity to three-peat if they stay healthy. And that, my friend, is from a Raiders fan. But you know what? We take the fanboy out of everything. We don't do this, we don't do this hate the rival thing. That's for people who don't bet. That's for people who just do the, root for your home team type stuff. The only time I do the hate the rival team is when my Montana Grizzlies play the Montana State Bobcats. And that has nothing to do with betting. What does have to do with betting is money management and psychology. Check out those two videos on my site, sportshaveballs.com. When you're picking up your sports pack deal, check those two videos. Because the last thing you want to do is win more than you lose and lose money. And people do that every single year. With us, you follow the game plan. We will research everything and get you the best plays. So come join us today. We're going to see you in the next video. It's all 32 NFL teams will be previewed. Every Power 4 school, including Notre Dame, has been previewed and up on YouTube. So we'll see you guys in the next video, and let's make money.